Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. And today is January 6th, 2025, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. And hopefully, you guys are gonna enjoy the show today. If you're just getting in, please give me a thumbs up in the live stream chat if the sound and the picture is good. I much appreciate those thumbs up just to make sure the sound is working. And then after I get those thumbs up and after we get a few people in here, we will go ahead and get started. So this decode is deep, guys. Very deep decode. Lots to talk about, lots of interesting things. So definitely yeah, definitely get ready for this one. And if you guys haven't already seen, I posted earlier in my community section, I posted a thing with the kind of a teaser for what I'm going to talk about here. And make sure you guys go check out Joseph Aquaviva's video because he covered how today is the day of January 6th, right? This is the 4-year anniversary of the insurrection. And there's so many big things happening today on the 4-year anniversary. We have Trump getting certified as the next president. We have a bishop being appointed in Washington, D.C. by Pope Francis. We also have Trudeau just stepped down. And now we have WWE Monday Night Raw moving to Netflix, debuting on Netflix. And this is huge, guys. This is they're branding this as a new era. And indeed it is a new era. 2025 is like a reset year. On the clock, you have 24 hours, right? In military time, you have 24 hours. And this is something that Jurassic Liars has talked about on his channel, but I kind of got this from him. So shout out to him. But 24 hours on a clock, it means the 25th hour is like starting over, right? So lots of reset symbolism, lots of new era symbolism. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about. That Trudeau thing is probably connected to this. You know, Trudeau stepping down, Donald Trump re-entering presidency. Lots of new things happening, right? Or Donald Trump in this case. Donald Trump is not new, but thank you guys so much for coming in today. And we're gonna wait like another minute. Much love to you, Joseph. Much love to Silver Links. Hello to Mel, Sven Dabs. Hello, Cosmic Hillbilly. Hello. JJ Recon, hello. Trex, hello. Louise, hello. Danny, Debbie, Coffee Girl, Juan Francis. Everyone's in here tonight. So big shout out to all you guys. Hello, Jessica. Hello to you. All right. Well, yeah, this whole decode's about this being Christmas today. This is what they call Epiphany. Okay. So if you guys don't know what that is, I'm going to explain that. And we're going to go into the whole idea of what's going on here, why this day is so special. This is a very special day. It's like Christmas, right? So please, if you guys would like to support the channel, I have a buy me a coffee link at the top. And I also, the best way to support the channel is by sharing and hitting the like if you're inclined to do so. But I appreciate all of you guys and thanks for coming. So I guess with 68 of you, we'll go ahead and get started. And for those of you watching on a replay, thank you guys so much. So here we go. So again, today, January 6th, the 4-year anniversary of Donald Trump's, his insurrection that he supposedly caused. And again, at the end of this decode, we're going to talk about the Donald Trump thing, but I'm going to lay out what's going on in the WWE tonight first, and I'm going to show you at the end how it's connected to Donald Trump and how it's connected to the Catholic Church and all this other stuff. Again, big shout out to Joseph who noticed that today the Washington D.C. got a new bishop, and there's a complete reason why they got a new bishop today on the same day of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. All right. So here we go. So this is pretty clear. All right. This is one of the clearest ways I'm trying to keep this simple for new people. I'm only going to stick with mainly one number in this decode. But this symbolism is all we need, guys. We need one number and we need symbols, right? So today is the debut of Monday Night Raw WWE on Netflix. This is the first time ever after, I think the WWE has been around for what, almost 30 years or something like that. And Netflix, this is the debut, right? This is a huge thing. And I want you guys to first notice the way they have this set up. Do you guys see how they're tearing through a veil? They're shedding their skin. Do you guys see the symbolism here? Do you see how it looks like a snake shedding its skin? All right. Yeah, Donald J. Trump, 49, right? In the same cipher. So that's something I didn't put here, but this is clearly what this is about too. Donald J. Trump, 49, in the same cipher as this thing, as Revelation, as Epiphany. So look at the skin though. These WWE characters, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and they always put this black girl in here, Bianca Belair. They always put her there. She's not like super popular, but there's probably a reason for that. But most of the time, you're always going to see Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, right? We're getting ready to enter the year of the snake. Snakes shed their skin. Snakes shedding their skin is also not necessarily always looked on as an evil thing. It's also something about rebirth and new beginnings, and there's just a lot to it. But today is Epiphany, okay? If you guys don't know what that is, Epiphany is basically the day that they celebrate the three magi, or the three kings, following the star to Bethlehem to see Christ, right? This is what this day is all about. It's called Epiphany. Now, an epiphany is a revelation. Epiphany and revelation are almost the same thing, okay? They're slightly different. So they call this day Epiphany, right? Epiphany is celebrated on January 6th, the same day that Raw debuts on Netflix, symbolizing the manifestation of Jesus to the world. So what do you think this is, guys? Donald J. Trump is getting put into presidency tonight. Donald J. Trump equals 49, like Epiphany. And this is about the manifestation of Jesus to the world. Okay. So do you see how they're twisting it a bit? And there's Donald Trump is kind of being symbolically their manifestation to the world. Because again, Donald Trump is being certified today. Whether through the visit of the Magi or his baptism, it holds profound spiritual and cultural significance across Christian traditions, marking a time of joy, blessing, and divine revelation. Ooh, revelation. Revelation equals 49, guys. Like the holiday, Epiphany equals 49. And what are the chances that in the Eastern tradition, Epiphany is called theophany? And what is the chance that even the other type of it doesn't matter if you call it by the Eastern tradition or the Western tradition, it equals 49, okay? And I'm going to show you how this number is the most important number to this whole thing, okay? Now, why is this connected to actual Christmas, right? Today I told you is kind of like the second Christmas. This is the Armenian Christmas, right? Well, don't forget, guys, the Christmas that we celebrate, which again is not celebrating the real birth of Christ, right? But let's put it into perspective, right? Christmas is all about the number 1225. The day we celebrate Christmas is indeed 1225. Now, the number 1225 is a special number because 49, okay, if you add all the numbers 1 through 49 up, you get 1225, okay? And this goes back to all of this 49 that I just talked about, right? So this is why this number is also important. You have Christmas connecting to the 49 as well. 1225, the 49th triangular number. Now, it's all about the star, guys. The Star of Bethlehem. Okay? That's the pentagram. Most of the time when you see a star, you see the pentagram. We're going to talk about the pentagram. But this is where it's clear, guys. If people do not understand what I'm about ready to show, if they don't see how clearly they do this, I don't know what to say. But look at this. Just 3 days before Raw on Netflix debuts, the WWE on SmackDown crowned a new women's champion. Her name is Tiffany Stratton. Okay? Her name is Tiffany, guys. Just 3 days before Epiphany, Tiffany is crowned. Well, what does the name Tiffany mean? The name Tiffany is derived from the Greek name Theophania, which means manifestation of God or appearance of God. This makes the name closely tied to the Christian feast Epiphany, also called Theophany, in the same tradition, celebrated on January 6th. So 3 days before January 6th, the huge debut of Monday Night Raw, the WWE has a girl named Tiffany win the WWE Women's Championship for the first time. And her name literally means epiphany, guys. It's the same thing. They were literally telling you about this day, the epiphany of this day. I mean, come on now. I don't even need numbers. What is the chance of that? There's only one Tiffany in the entire WWE. There's only one. There's no other girl named Tiffany in the WWE. And she just happens to win this title for the first time in her career just 3 days before Epiphany, which is essentially Tiffany. And they're telling you they're going to manifest. This day is all about manifesting, right? And Trump is being put back into office today. The manifestation of Trump's second term. And again, this goes back to the 49, Donald J. Trump 49, Revelation 49, Epiphany 49. The other way is Theophany 49. Okay. Now, what if I told you that Tiffany Stratton, not only does her name mean Epiphany, look at this. The holiday Epiphany is about the three magi who come and they see the star and they come to Bethlehem, right? And they see the Christ. Well, what's the chances that not only does Epiphany equal 49, not only does the Eastern way of saying it, Theophany, equal 49, not only does three magi equal 49, it's also about the baptism of Jesus, which just so happens to equal 49. And Tiffany Stratton, remember guys, Tiffany means epiphany. Okay, that's what it means. Tiffany Stratton walks around now. This is her catchphrase. Okay, this is her catchphrase. It's time to manifest, guys. I'm telling you, something big is coming. Like it's about ready to get interesting. Okay, manifestation. They're saying that it's Tiffy time. Okay, it's Tiffy time for a manifestation. Okay. She walks around and she points to her wrist and she says, "It's Tiffy time." Well, what are the chances that her catchphrase, not only does her name mean epiphany, but her catchphrase literally equals 49, like epiphany, like theophany, like three magi, like baptism of Jesus? I mean, how much more clear? There should be no doubts about this. Just the fact that her name is Tiffany and it means epiphany is enough. But the Gematria just about solidifies it. Okay? It's about the baptism of Jesus. It all equals 49, right? Now, what if I told you not only does Tiffany Stratton, not only does Tiffany mean revelation of God or manifestation of God, or Tiffany is another word for epiphany, right? Well, the girl's real name is Jessica, okay? The girl's real name is Jessica, guys. What does Jessica mean? Well, Jessica means to behold or to see. So do you guys understand that with her first two names, they're telling you something? Her real first name is to behold, and her her stage name is manifestation of God. So they're literally telling you with her names to behold a manifestation of God. That's what her two names mean, guys. To behold, to see, like your eyes, a manifestation of God, a divine manifestation. And again, that's what she means. That's what she represents, right? So Jessica means to behold. Tiffany means to a divine manifestation. So behold a divine manifestation. Now, remember, this is all happening. This is all happening, okay, around the portals. Remember the doors. Remember the Catholic Church is starting their Jubilee year, right? And the Pope is opening portals, right? His first portal was on Christmas Eve, December 24th. Then on December 26th, then on December 29th, then on January 1st, and then yesterday, on January 5th, they opened up the 5th portal. All right? So 5 portals, and the ends on the 5th day of 2025. 5 times 5 is 25, okay? Pope equals 25. Devil equals 25. God equals 55, 2 5s. Satan equals 55, 2 5s. Do you guys get it? It's all about 5. But all this is happening, all this stuff with WWE and the Pope and Tiffany Stratton, it's all happening around the time of the portals opening, okay? Now, what does the 5 portals really represent? And that, guess I'm laying down some real like learning here. I learned a lot from this decode, okay? Now, what is this all about? See, these secret societies, these people, they follow the magnum opus, okay? Now, I told you this whole decode's about the number 49, right? I mean, let me just go back. For those of you who just got here, today is Epiphany. All equals 49, like Revelation, okay? Tiffany 1. Tiffany means Epiphany. Tiffy time, that's her catchphrase, equals 49. 3 magi, right? So the magnum opus, what is that, guys? The great work, also known as the magnum opus, is the spiritual, philosophical, and transformative process of achieving enlightenment, self-realization, and unity with the divine. It is often described in alchemical terms as a process of turning metals, lead into gold, symbolizing transformation of the soul from an unrefined state to one of a spiritual perfection. The 5 doorways or portals to revelation. The framework can be understood as 5 stages, each acting as a portal to greater knowledge, awareness, and spiritual integration. All right, so the magnum opus equals 49, like Tiffy time, like Revelation, like the pentagram. Now, what is the pentagram? Yeah, guys, I know it's a man, okay? I don't want to debate these things, okay? We know that they do these transition things, and to me, it doesn't matter anymore. Let them be what they are. I'm just decoding the symbolism. It doesn't matter if she's a man or a woman. Trump might be a woman too. Who knows? Kamala might be a man. I don't know. But again, everyone in the chat keeps saying, you know, it's a woman or it's a man. It probably is. But again, most of us in the chat already know that. So I don't feel like I need to say that. All right. So the pentagram is a 5-pointed star, right? The Pope just opened up 5 portals, with the last one being on the 5th. Okay. Now the pentagram is the 5-pointed star. Pentagram equals 49, like Tiffy time, like magnum opus. Okay. Now I just put all this here, okay, because these are the 5 portals, right? This is what these 5 portals represented, guys. The 5 stages of the alchemy process, right? The portal of ignition, it's the blackening process. Why do you think they're always talking about blackouts and darkness, right? Blackening, that's the first step, guys. In their magnum opus, it's the darkening or the blackening. The second is the portal of purification, which is the whitening. The third is the yellowing, which is the portal of integration. The fourth is the reddening. Okay, so why do you think raw Again, Raw is debuting tonight, right? What is the color of Raw, WWE Raw? It's red. The reddening process. It's the fourth stage, right before the fifth stage. Okay? The reddening is the fourth stage. Now, what's the fifth stage, guys? The fifth stage, the portal of revelation, the quintessence. The fifth stage, the fifth element is spirit, transcendence, and cosmic unity. The final portal transcends the previous four, representing the ultimate revelation of divine nature of existence. Okay, so again, these 5 portals and this 5 pentagram, right? The magnum opus, the 5 stages, reaching the final stage, which is the portal of revelation, which equals 49, like pentagram, like magnum opus, like Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time, guys. It's Tiffy time. That's what they're saying. I don't know what they're planning, but it's Tiffy time. That's what I'm telling you. That's why she walks around and she keeps repeating this stuff over and over. It's Tiffy time. It's revelation time. The 5 stages are complete. The 5 portals are opened. Now, all this stuff is happening. Again, Raw on Netflix, debuting right after the 5th portal is opened. Again, guys, is this not top notch? Like, I'm not trying to beat. Again, do you know how much research went into this decode for you guys? So I hope you guys are enjoying this. Because this is not just your normal decode right here. This is like going deep into what's really going on with this. And the wrestling is giving us clear symbolism here, as they usually do. Now, again, I started out this decode by saying, look at the front of their cover. It's a shedding the skin. It's a doorway, guys. You see how this is look like a door here? Like they're ripping through the door. They're coming through. Do you guys see it? And there's 3 of them. The 3 wise men. And this is on the day where they celebrate the 3 wise men, huh? Oh, wow. What a coincidence. But here's Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, all roads lead to Rome. And then this Bianca Belair, which I think represents the Prince of the Air, right? Belair, Ball, Belair. Anyways, this is the symbolism, guys. Shedding the skin, breaking through the 5th portal, magnum opus, revelation. That's what this is. The revealing, guys. What does apocalypse mean? What does revelation mean? A revealing. The time has come, guys, for us to wake up. The time has come for the world to go through what I think is coming is going to shake everyone. In fact, not many people are going to make it out alive with their normal lives, I think. Okay? So be ready. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to happen today or tomorrow, but soon. Shed their skin, guys. First of all, shed your fleshly skin and rely on the true magnum opus, which of course is the Christ, right? And that's what this day represents. Now, what's all the matches going on today on the magnum opus day, on the day of realization? Well, first of all, you got a tribal combat match with Roman Reigns versus Solo, his cousin. This is all about the tribal chief. Roman Reigns represents Christ. I've shown that it's their symbol of Christ. I'm not saying he is Christ. No. None of these people are actually Christ, but they're symbols. Roman Reigns, he's trying to win back his title of tribal chief. So the Roman Reigns is the headline, right? But then you have this match between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Now, who's Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins is a Christ character. In fact, he's played a Christ character. If you guys want to research that, you can do that. But he's played a Jesus Christ character, and his name even equals Jesus Christ, okay? And he's facing the X guy, okay? The Chiro, the X, the Christ also connects with the X. Now look at this. Jey Uso is going to be facing the Chosen One. So Jey Uso is like Jey Uso, Jesus. Get it? It's like a play on words of Jesus. And Jey Uso also equals pentagram. So there's a Jesus connection. Okay, so all 3 of these, clearly Jesus. Now this woman one, This woman one is Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Okay, and this I'm not going to speak so much on this one, but there's definitely symbolism there. Okay, now this one is John Cena. JC, you get it? John Cena. He's returning for the first time in many months. JC, John Cena. John Cena came back last year with a door on the back of his shirt. They just got done opening the 5 doors. There you go, another Jesus connection, right? What about Logan Paul? Well, Logan Paul wearing the phoenix. Jesus is a symbol of death and rebirth, like the phoenix, right? Logan Paul returns. Something's about ready to return, guys. Trump's returning to office, right? And then they have The Rock. Good old Rock, right? Probably the most famous out of all these people. He's returning, but this time he's returning as the High Chief. I'll get to that in a little bit. He's returning as the High Chief. And then you have Travis Scott performing. Travis Scott? You mean the same person that had Astro World where they had a portal? Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense now, doesn't it? Travis Scott, you remember Astro World? I'm sure you guys remember that. You remember how they had a portal with the mouth open and people were walking through it and then they had a crowd crush? We all know who Travis Scott is. All right, so think about all this, guys. Think about all I've just told you. I'm not even done. The most blind-blowing part of this decode hasn't even come yet. So that leads me to this. The debut of Pentagon on Raw on Netflix. Come on now. You have Roman Reigns. If that wasn't enough, they have a wrestler now named Pentagon. Pentagon ready for his WWE Raw debut on Netflix. Will he keep his name, Penta Zero Mido? Well, first of all, I mean, you can't get any more dressed like the Church of Satan than this. I mean, it even has the colors of the Church of Satan. And the Church of Satan's logo is the pentagram, which is the star that I have right here. And why does he have the star, the pentagram? Okay, why does he have the pentagram on his forehead? Okay, the star, right? So Pentagon, pentagram, Church of Satan. Now where's the Church of Satan located, guys? San Francisco, right? Now who's the football team for the San Francisco area? Oh, it's the 49ers. What's the number I've talked about this whole decode? 49. Who's the football team where the Church of Satan is at? The 49ers. Who's the 49th vice president that lost to Trump? What does Kamala Harris equal in the same cipher as Donald J. Trump? 49. Kamala Harris equals 49. Donald J. Trump, 49. Antichrist, 49. Revelation, 49. Magnum opus, 49. Epiphany, 49. Tiffy time, 49. Everything equals 49 that connects to this. Okay? Now, what if I told you that Penta has gone by many names in his career, but one of them is Penta L0M? And wait till you see how this all comes together, guys. This is mind-blowing. Why is he calling himself L0M? What does that mean? Well, I'm going to show you what it means. Pentagon L0M equals 49 in the same cipher as pentagram. Okay, and again, he's wearing the pentagram right on his head, dressing in the Church of Satan colors, who has the pentagram as their symbol, with the Baphomet in it. Transitions, right? The Baphomet also represents a transition, a mixture, right? But yeah, pentagram L0M equals 49. Now, what's up with this 5 doors? So I don't know if you guys, most of you guys probably already realized this, but I already talked about the magnum opus, right? The 5 stages of the magnum opus, right? But why is the 5 so much bigger than that, right? The Pythagorean philosophy. The Pythagoreans regarded 5 as the number of humanity because it's the sum of the first even number and the first odd number, 2 and 3, right? It symbolizes unity of opposites, kind of like the Baphomet, and the harmony of the universe. Five-fold division in nature. Many systems divide phenomenon in 5 categories. For instance, the 5 senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell. The 5 elements in Hinduism and Buddhism: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. The 5 essential bodily organs: the brain, the heart, the liver, the kidneys, the lungs. The 5 appendages: the head, the right, the left arm, the right leg, and the left leg. So why do you think they put the human body in a pentagram? The 5 points, the 5 appendages, the 5 body parts, the 5 senses, the 5 everything, guys, the 5 fingers, the 5 toes. So you put that 5-fold appendage human being inside of a pentagram, and it lines up perfectly. And why do you think his pentagram here is the head upwards? Okay, so whenever the pentagram is facing with the head upwards, it's actually a positive thing. But when to them, that's what they say. I'm not saying it is, but they say that when the head is facing upwards, it represents the perfect order of things, the head or Christ being on top of the other appendages, right? The head, Christ, should be facing upwards on top, right? Well, notice his pentagram. It has this human looking thing to it. Look at this, the head, the arms, and the legs. You see how they stylize this logo as looking like a person inside of the pentagram, right? That's what this is supposed to be. Okay. Now, this all goes back to what today is. Why is this Pentagon, why is he debuting on Epiphany? Because Epiphany is all about the star Sirius. Some researchers and mystics propose that Sirius was the celestial body that symbolized or contributed to the Star of Bethlehem's appearance. These theories arise because Sirius, as the brightest star in the sky, is highly significant in celestial navigation and was revered across ancient cultures. Sirius' alignment with other stars, such as Orion's belt, the three kings, might have symbolically guided the Magi towards the Christ child. All right. Okay, so today is Epiphany, which is about the Three Kings Day, the Three Magi Day. That's what today is about, guys. And all this Penta stuff is happening today. And this all connects to the pentagram, which is a symbol of the goddess of Sirius, Sopdet. And how you see how she has the 5-pointed star above her head, right? Sirius, the dog star, the god star. But notice how pentagram equals Sirius. So it just keeps going, guys. The 49s keep coming. But again, today is Three Kings Day. And Sirius is a guiding star. And the star that guided the three kings to Jesus, supposedly, was the brightest star in the sky, right? So that's Sirius. But how does this tie in with the clear? Okay, guys, this is where you want to pay attention. If there's any part of this decode you want to share, if there's any part of this decode you want to take a like on, please do it here, because this is where we get crazy, all right? Notice where his star is located on his mask. It's right there at the third eye. Okay, so his pentagram is located at the third eye. So let's read about how this all connects. How does the pentagram connect to the third eye, connect to epiphanies? What does the third eye represent? Awakening, revelation. Do you guys understand what they're showing here? Come on, it's so crazy. This is absolutely insane, guys. When you really understand what all this is, what is the star in this? What does the star really represent? It's the pineal. It's the third eye. That's what it represents. All right. interconnection of the third eye, the Star of Bethlehem, and Sirius. Both the third eye chakra and the Star of Bethlehem symbolize inner and outer illumination. The third eye opens the individual to inner truths and higher consciousness. The Star of Bethlehem represents external guidance toward divine truth, mirroring the eternal awakening facilitated by the third eye. Sirius bridges these realms by serving as both a literal and symbolic guiding light. Okay, so Sirius represents the physical guiding light in the sky, in the physical sky, but also the symbolic. Okay. Now, what's the chances that third eye equals Epiphany? Today is Epiphany, guys. And the guy with the third eye symbol on his mask, which equals 49, is debuting today on Epiphany, and third eye equals 49 in the same cipher. Now, today is about the three magi, which equals 49, just like Penta L0M. And wait till I show you how I know this is about the third eye. Just wait till I show you the next slide. Okay, watch this. The hand gesture that Penta does is the 0M. So now we know why he uses the 0M, and it's quite literally so obvious that it should hit you right in the face. It should hit you right in the third eye, guys. Why does he use the symbol 0M? What does that represent? Now look at this. What football player uses his symbol? Look at this. Borrowed from the world-famous Mexican luchador Pentagram Jr., currently wrestling as Penta L0M. This guy, George Kittle, who plays for the 49ers, uses Penta's OM symbol. The 0 dropped into the M represents zero mido, which means zero fear. Zero fear equals 49. Again, guys. And the guy who uses his symbol is 49er. He's a 49er. San Francisco, where's the Church of Satan found? Who uses the pentagram? San Francisco, that's where the Church of Satan is found. That's who uses the pentagram. And what does the OM represent, guys? The OM, literally, look it up. The OM in the center of the lotus there, and guess what lotus flower equals? Well, it equals 49. In the center of the lotus, there is a downward-facing triangle representing the enlightenment and your connection to the divine with the symbol OM. Guys, if you guys, okay, so before I even told you about this, I told you this is connected to the third eye, right? And then we find out that the guy literally makes the symbol O and M. And the chakra, the third eye chakra, literally is the symbol of OM. And look at this. Here's your M, here's your O, or 0. This is really a 0, right? But look at the 6 here. You see this 6? Now, why is that important? Well, it's not only the 666, but what is it? The 6. Guess what the third eye chakra is? Guess which number chakra the third eye is? It's the 6th chakra, guys. So he literally does a symbol that represents the third eye chakra in every way possible. It's the 6 because the third eye is the 6th chakra. It's the third eye. You see the 3 fingers? That represents the third chakra, the third eye, right? You see it, the eye here, and then there's 3 fingers. That's the third eye. And there's your M, which represents the OM, which is the symbol of the third eye chakra. It literally tells you that right here, OM. So you have the 6th chakra, the third eye, and the OM all represents the third eye. And he literally wears the third eye on the front of his mask. Guys, this is my best decode ever. And I have 93 likes in here. What is going on? I'm sorry. This is not me. This is God gave me this to share with you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it. But I just hope that you guys, I know most of you guys are understanding what I'm showing you here, but this is insane. Now, if that didn't convince you yet, and I don't need to convince you anymore, right? But look at this stuff, guys. Look at this. I told you today is called Epiphany. And I told you today is about the third eye. The guy who's debuting has the third eye. And his phrase, O0M, means zero fear. Look at this, guys. Look at the super match of Epiphany, which is today, what today is, and third eye. Guys, third eye and zero fear and Epiphany are a 3 out of 4 cipher match. In fact, look at zero fear and third eye. It's a 4 out of 4 cipher match. And look at the number 122. How does this all connect to the Pope and San Francisco? I just told you the one guy who uses this guy's symbol is from the San Francisco 49ers. Look at all these things that equal 122, guys. San Francisco. Pope Francis just got done opening the 5 portals. The pentagram, right? Satanic, the satanic symbol. The satanic symbol is the pentagram. The phrase that this guy uses is zero fear, which equals 122. His name, Pentagon L0M, equals 122. Third eye equals 122. The Catholic Church is known as the Holy See, 122. The eye, it's Epiphany Day, 122. The third eye can also be called the mind's eye, 122. This is all about secrets, 122. And today is Epiphany, which equals 122. And guess what heart chakra equals? This does connect to the heart chakra. Heart chakra also equals third eye in multiple ciphers. Okay? So once the heart chakra, right? But again, when you get a 4 cipher match in Gematria, you know it's legit. And that's how I know it's legit. So I took you guys on a journey here. I started out with taking you on the journey of the 49s and the 5s. And then I led you all the way through here. And I got you a 4 cipher match. And I pretty much proved it. Like, there's no doubt about it now. This is my best decode. And I've done a lot of decodes, guys. And to me, this is my best decode by far. Now, don't forget that pentagrams represent magic. And who just died, right? We just had the death of Baiana, right? Jeff Baiana. And his wife was considering herself a witch, right? Well, this is ceremonial magic too, right? So again, the pentagram represents ceremonial magic. You draw a circle around it, right? But the reason I put this here is the pentagram can represent portal activation. I got this from ChatGPT, actually. Portal activation. By tracing the pentagram in the air and drawing it on the ground, the practitioner is symbolically opening a portal. Okay, so we had the 5 portals opening, and the pentagram is the 5-pointed star, and it's used to open portals, right? Magic. Now, let's connect a few other things with tonight's Raw. Not only did I talk about Tiffany Stratton, and Tiffany means epiphany. I mean, the whole thing with Tiffany Stratton, guys, should blow your minds. Her name literally means epiphany, but her last name is Stratton. Well, look what happens when you type in what the word name Stratton means. The name Stratton comes from English origin. It derives from Old English word STRT, meaning Roman road. So the last name of this girl, Tiffany, which means epiphany, her last name can connect to Roman road. Okay, well, who's the WWE's top 2 wrestling stars? It just happens to be a guy named Roman Reigns and a guy named Cody Rhodes. So the girl's last name literally means Roman road, and that connects to the WWE's 2 biggest stars, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. Oh my God. I mean, come on. And this is all connected to the Roman Catholic Church. It's crazy, guys. On top of that, today is Epiphany Day, and it's all about the 3 wise men, right? Well, Roman Reigns, the star of the WWE, he has a wise man. It just gets more laughable. Like, So her last name means Roman road. Roman Reigns has a wise man. And Epiphany means Tiffany. Her name is Tiffany. And today is Epiphany. And Roman Reigns is going to be wrestling today to become the tribal chief again. And he has a wise man who's born on 9/11, by the way. Paul Heyman, the wise man, born on 9/11. Yeah, Three Kings. There's so many names for today. Three Kings Day. Yeah. But again, what's all this tribal stuff, right? This is all about the Roman stuff, right? Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, fighting his cousin to become the tribal chief. Well, look at what The Rock posted today. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he posted this. He said, besides having three daughters, my Samoan High Chief title, High Chief Seolui, is one of the greatest honors of my life. I gave my word and made a commitment 20 years ago to His Highness High Chief Malatola Tunamafali II and to the Samoan people that I would leave my boyish ways behind. Guys, this sounds like the book of the New Testament. You know how Paul says we leave our childish ways behind and we come into our maturity, right? Leave my boyish ways behind and carry my Samoan, Polynesian, and Black culture around the world with great respect, pride, and mana, humility, and a warrior spirit. So Dwayne The Rock Johnson is going to show up tonight, and he's announcing his name, High Chief Seolui. And he was given that honor by the actual High Chief of the country of Samoa, right here, many years ago, 20 years ago. So again, we just had King Charles also in Samoa getting Ulafala. So King Charles was just in Samoa getting this red thing that they're wearing around their neck. It's called a Ulafala. Okay. But again, I've been talking this whole thing about the third eye, right? The 49, right? Well, look at this. The girl who means Tiffany, which means epiphany, her name equals 1123. Well, that's the 188th prime number, and Bavarian Illuminati equals 188. And she just happens to share the birthday with the Bavarian Illuminati. I mean, come on now. Her name equals 1123, the 188th prime. Bavarian Illuminati equals 188, and she has a birthday the same day as the Bavarian Illuminati. Now, the Bavarian Illuminati, going back to Pentagon, just to refresh, going back to Pentagon and his third eye symbolism, well, so after all this, guys, I'm showing you now that not only is this connected to the third eye, but the Illuminati literally uses the eye, right? Junior, literally three. Can you guys hear me now? Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing. Can you guys hear me now? All right, we're back. We're back, guys. All right, I'm almost done. Almost done here. This was a heck of a decode, guys. I put so much time into this decode, like 3 days worth of research. So thank you guys for sticking around. But look at this. So Pentagon Jr. is going to be debuting today, right? And the same day, Donald Trump is going to be certified as the new president. And the same day, the Pope picked a new Archbishop of D.C. Thanks to Joseph for this one. Look at this, guys. The Pope picked a new Archbishop for D.C. He's from San Francisco. He's from San Francisco. What was this whole decode about? Who's the football team for San Francisco, guys? The 49ers. So even the guy he picked today, and I didn't even know about this. I didn't even know about this until after I put this whole decode together. But the Pope literally picked this guy today for the Washington, D.C. bishop. And he literally has the same birthday as the guy I just decoded. Look at this. Pentagon Jr.'s birthday is February 5th. And this new bishop of Washington, D.C., his birthday is February 5th. It just makes me laugh, man. Like, what in the heck? And, oh, man. What's Trump equal in Gematria? 25, by the way. What year are we in right now? 25. What's 5 times 5 equals 25? What's Pope equal? 25. Ugh. Anyway, he's from San Francisco. I just made this whole connection with this guy and how the player that uses his hand symbol is the San Francisco 49ers player. And now the Pope picks this bishop who has the same birthday as Pentagon Jr. And look how many weeks it is after their birthday, guys. They share the same birthday. So that means today is 48 weeks after their birthdays. And Pentagon Jr. equals 48, like Donald Trump, like Illuminati, all in the same cipher. And 48 is one off from 49, right, guys? So there's something called rule of Colel. In Gematria, the rule of Colel states that the difference of one unit between two numerical values does not negate their equivalence. It allows for an adjustment of +1 or -1 to account a subtle spiritual nuances. The rule of Colel reflects the idea that oneness is inherent in all things and that slight variations are part of the divine plan. The addition or subtraction of one can represent the God, Ein Sof, or the unifying principle that transcends numerical differences. So the fact that these two are born 48 weeks before today connects to my 49s. Why? Because not only does Donald Trump equal 48 and Donald J. Trump equals 49, right? Pentagon Jr. equals 48, which if you add a digit, it's 49. And Illuminati, right? 48. But look at this, 48 weeks after their birthdays. But what happens when you start your 48 week, guys? You end your 48th week and you start your 49th. See? So it even works in weeks. Technically, today is exactly the beginning of the 49th week since Pentagon Jr.'s birthday. And again, he's the guy I just decoded with the number 49, right? So even this connects to the 49. And there's another thing I want to mention real fast. There is this fear of zero. You know how Pentagon's saying means zero fear? Well, I just happened to find something here. There's a fear of zeros, like a phobia. Odinophobia, which means fear of nothing or fear of zeros. So people with this phobia may be triggered by objects that are empty. Expecting a container to contain something only to discover that it is empty would trigger a panic attack. Man, I would have lots of panic attacks if I walked around because the food I eat so much food that everything around here is always empty. So if I had this phobia, I'd probably always be having panic attacks because everything's empty. But yeah, I think this connects to it somehow. Fear of nothing, right? But there's no such thing as nothing, in my opinion. God is infinite and God is not nothing, right? There's a difference between nothing and empty. I'm not going to get into that here. That just gets even deeper, but let's just move on. Let's move on. All right, guys. So that's the end of my slides. Wow, what a long decode. Thank you guys for sticking through that. And thank you so much to the person who did a super chat. But guys, don't forget, don't donate to YouTube. I appreciate the people who get super chats on YouTube, but the problem is most of that money goes to Google. So if you want to support the channel, please consider donating to my link above in the top of the chat. Buy me a coffee. I get most of that money when you donate there. But if you donate through YouTube, the money goes to Google. So yeah, that's correct. Break the wall. It connects to the sixth and seventh chakras. The balancing of the sixth and seventh chakras. Yes, the ohm sound, which probably reminds you of why Patrick Mahomes. Why do you think Patrick Mahomes is like the star player? He has the ohm in his name. But yeah. Anyway, guys, today is Epiphany. It's all about revelations, epiphanies. Today I had a big epiphany. In fact, this whole decode was kind of, epiphanies, especially with the 49s. But again, let's talk about this guy who, this new bishop for Washington D.C. On the same day that Donald Trump gets certified. The guy's name is Robert Walter McElroy, and again, big shout out to Joseph for this. Look at the guy's name equals President Donald Trump in 3 out of the 4 base ciphers. And I want to talk about this number 95 here because this is a big number also. Look at all these things that equal 95, right? Sirius, I talked about Sirius, the dog star. I talked about the pentagram, which equals 95. I talked a bit about Jey Uso, which he's going to be having a match tonight. He equals 95. Manifestation of God, which that's what epiphany means. The last name of Roman Reigns is Anawahi. He's part of the Anawahi family. That equals 95. So there's a bunch of 95s here. Um, I think that's all I have. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I have to talk about. To be honest with you, I'm a bit mentally tired because it took me a lot of time to put this decode together and then a lot of time to present it. So yeah, I'm a bit mentally out of energy right now, but we're going to go into the chat. Thank you, Truth Seeker 555. I appreciate you. Thank you, Silver Links. Much love to Enzifern. Make sure you guys go check out Enzifern's channel. He's doing great work. Make sure you guys check out the Jesus video from Enzifern. Amazing video. I gotta watch more of your videos, Enzifern. I just gotta find time. But thanks to Visionary Vet, and thank you so much, Coffee Girl. Appreciate you. And again, this isn't about me getting credit, guys. I want the information to shine through. I want you guys to like see how crazy all this is, like how it all connects. And like I hope that it sinks in, like into the new people. Hopefully it makes sense as well. Thank you, man. Numbers Weaving Reality. Make sure you guys go check out his channel as well. He has a YouTube channel. And again, much love to Joseph. Make sure you guys go subscribe once again to his channel. Um But yeah, I think I'm not going to make this stream so long because I want people to like really be able to watch it. So I think I'm going to end it here, guys, actually. But I think there's enough information in this decode that you guys can go back and watch and catch new things and maybe even share some new things with me that you see. So if anybody has anything to add to this decode, please leave those comments at the end of the video. Leave the comments in the comments section. You guys also have lots of knowledge and you guys help me out so much. So please leave your comments and make sure you guys go subscribe to all the great decoders. And thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Much love. God bless. We'll see you in the next one.